Hello everyone, Squiggles here, and today is Saturday, and you know what that means. It means it is time for a Subscriber Saturday, and this one is brought to you by none other than, I'm not going to tell you, that would spoil it, but it is going to be a 3v3, and already it looks like we have Hatman not going for any kind of drone. So either he's really bad or he's going for a 6 pool. And also, over here, it looks like Reaver doing the exact same thing. So, yep, there's one pool going down and a second pool. So, it's going to be a Zerg and a Zerg, the Hatman, the Reaver, and the Horex going up against, it looks like, Swin, Alpha, and Eagle. So a Terran Protoss versus a Terran Zerg, and the Zergs are both going to be going for spawning pools. Let's see what builds the Protoss player is going to go. He's going to get a Gateway first. The Terran player, it looks like, is going for a pretty standard. He has his supply depot. I'm expecting a barracks. There's a barracks, not even close to walling anything off, but that's okay. And another barracks going down. This one a little bit better position, IMO by Eagle. So the real problem is, and it looks like they're just now scouting. Eagle is going to be the first to scout. And the problem is he's going to scout and he's going to be like, oh, look, there's a Terran right here. That is good to know. But what you might not know is, okay, so Horex is going to be proxy raxing in his opponent's main, and at the same time we have 6, count them, 12 Zerglings on the way out. Now Eagle is going to scout the Zerglings right as they leave the base, so he's going to be like, oh, FYI, and something just got built and destroyed, and I don't know what that was. But I do know that there is a barracks going up for Horex in the base of the Protoss, who has a forge now, which is completed. So it looks like he canceled that gateway and got a forge. And I don't know, this cannon is just now starting. I don't think he's going to have enough, really. You can see Zerglings are continuing to stream down for Hatman, and he may go for a hat trick here. Meanwhile, look at this. All kinds of barracks being thrown down. Oh my goodness, and this is what I absolutely love about 3v3s, man. They are so crazy, crazy. Probes coming out to defend, but it does not look like it is going to be enough as these Zerglings are able to get a good surround. Alpha lending all the support he possibly can, which is one... is one Marine, and the Marine gets zapped to death by the probes. So it looks like Alpha going to be sending in more stuff as well, and I don't know, a lot of pressure being put on this Nexus. This one Marine, can he save the day against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Oh, well, he does have one kill. Another Marine from Horex going to be putting some pressure on the Nexus. And it looks like, oh, Hatman's Marine is going to be, or wait, Alpha's Marine rather, is going to be running away. Run away, Marine, save yourself. You have two kills. That is enough. And Chad, I should 2v big and 2 noob Zerg. I don't understand any of that except the 2 noob Zergs, and that's whatever anybody says when they get double 6-pooled. So now it's going to be up to Reaver and Hatman to see if they can actually pull out of this and go into a more economic game from here, or they could just continue to make units. You can see all 3 barracks, rather, I almost said 6, but this is half of 6. It is 3 barracks from Horex are producing Marines now, and they're going to kill the last building of Star Wars, or Swin, and he is gone, bye-bye, out of the game. So now it is a 2v3, and Alpha looks like he has a reactor and a second barracks, but not a lot of units right now, and if these units push, oh my goodness, Alpha, you are the luckiest person I have ever met in my entire life, because it looks like they are going to spare Alpha, and they're going to come over here to Eagle, who actually does not look like he has much of a better defensive strategy. He does have the high ground advantage here and able to get off quite a few shots on these units, both the Zerglings and the Marines, and well, I guess not the Marines. And so here we come. It looks like there is going to be, I don't know if Eagle has enough. Here we are going to find out in just a second, and it looks like the bunker, oh, the bunker not going down. It is at 360 health out of 400. So close to being done, but no, it is not done at all. It's actually 40 out of 40 of the way done, but it just has not finished its animation. So Eagle's base has been compromised. Look at this, the bunker finishing and going down right now. So Marines and Zerglings streaming in from the 3 top players, and it looks like Eagle could be in trouble. Looks like he's going to be pulling SCVs now in an attempt to survive. And look at this, Alpha coming in with the assist from behind, and it looks like he will clean up all the Marines of Horax, and now it is going to be a whole bunch of Zerglings versus SCVs and a couple of Marines. And Alpha was like, I did all my job, man. I'm just going to sit out here and defend. You can actually clean out your base. But it looks like he is going to help now. And here is the convoy of barracks. Don't see that every day, but 3 barracks going to be floating back for Horax as he goes for a double factory now as well. And it looks like Reaver going to be expanding out of that, and he does not have. Let's go ahead and take a look at the income tab, and we can see just how many units everybody has. And by units I mean harvesters. So it looks like the Zerg player Hatman actually only has 12 harvesters right now, building a ton more. And it looks like yeah, it looks like Horax actually has the best economy right now, followed by Alpha, and then Reaver, and then Eagle. So, I mean, they did get behind economically because they did the rush, but they managed to just kill one of the people. So, I mean, you can't really complain with the results there. And look at so many barracks going down. Oh, my goodness. Getting add-ons as well and adding on more factories. And also, Horax double expanding out of this. My goodness, is he playing greedy. Oh, man. But I like the thinking behind what he's doing, because he's like, okay, well, we killed one of their guys, almost killed the second one. There's pinging going on here, and I don't know why, because I don't see anything. But he's like, okay, so they're way behind. We killed a lot of their stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get really, really far ahead right now. And he's just abusing the fact that Eagle is not going to be able to move out for a long time. Eagle, though, does not look like he is going to be content to sit in his base in Turtle. As you can see, he is getting a second star part. Already has a Tech Lab on one, a Tech Leo on one, and getting a Banshee out as well. And if he gets a Tech Lab on the second one, and he looks like he keeps going toward his Tech Lab, so he may be going for a Cloak. And if he gets Cloak Banshees, that could be quite good. I'm looking around for any kind of detection right now. I do not see any kind of... Nope, I don't see turrets. I don't see engineering bays. He is going to have at least 2, count it, 3 orbital commands, so scans could be pretty good there. And the Zerg players, it looks like, no, I'm not going to be teching yet. Just now getting Zergling speed is Hatman, and he has been just droning hard trying to catch up in drones, which is, I believe, the correct response. And it looks like, got a Roach Warren, Zergling speed, and it looks like Reaver's going to be double expanding as well. So this is the problem for Alpha and for Eagle, yes, is they are going to have to do something pretty quick, because their opponents are just getting way far ahead, like way far ahead. Like Hatman is the one who's the least far ahead, and he only has 1 expo up on these 2. Everybody else has 2 expansions going right now. So, and I mean, at the gold too, are you kidding me? Like, oh my goodness, it's going to be crazy, like, once this gets saturated. Looks like Horax already did a decent job of transferring some workers over to the gold. Has a couple of mules landed as well. But we do have Cloak just about to finish for Eagle, and it looks like he has a couple more Banshees in production, has 2 done already. So if he is able to make something happen with these Banshees, that could be the turning part of this battle. It looks like double eBay is going down for Horax, so if he decides to get a turret in addition to upgrades, he's going to be in great shape. You can see there is some siege tanks on the way out. Siege mode already finished for Horax, and my goodness, are they far ahead at this point. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Looks like Eagle is just about to finish up his expo, and it looks like Alpha has not even started one yet, but he is just massing up units, slipping a little bit on the micro or the macro right here, but has a ton of units. We can go to the army tabs, and we can look at the army scene, and we can see that it looks like Horax is still in the lead, but Alpha has really, really come back. And oh, look at this. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Here come the Banshees. And the Marine stem and run in. And oh no, the Banshees cloak. And it looks like Horax is going to have to turn around and go away. Meanwhile, a ton of SCVs going down. Oh my goodness, so many SCVs. Looks like he's going to clean out this entire base worth of SCVs as Horax waits for some kind of a scan. And going to be picking off siege tanks as well. This is such a big deal. My goodness. So much damage being done by Eagle right now. There's the scan, and it looks like these Banshees are going to be flying away. One does go down, but look at the damage they've done, picking off another tank. So these Banshees have already paid for themselves. And look at Horax. He was so far ahead, and now he's getting behind. Oh, Alpha with a huge drop. Looks like he drops his entire army. He has siege tank siege. He has Marines that are stemmed, and he has medevacs as well, and they are just tearing apart Horax's base. So all of the powering that Horax did is going to be in vain, as his base gets absolutely destroyed with a combination of medevac, siege tanks, marines, and banshees. Look at these banshees. 10 kills on this one, 4 kills on this one, 9 kills on this one. My goodness, these banshees are doing so much damage. As well as these marines, tanks have tons of kills as well. A lot of them buildings. Goodness gracious. Oh man, I can barely speak. There's just so much aggression going on by these two players. They're like, what? 2 versus 3? Pfft, those are good odds. We'll take those. And Horax with the capital GG going, my goodness, that's brutal. And look at this. It looks like these Banshees are going to be going over to Horax's natural base, and Horax still has no detection at all right now, not to mention no units that can actually shoot up. All he has is SCVs, and so he's going to lose another entire base. And it looks like just now his allies are going to be like, oh yeah, that's our bad, we should probably do something. Looks like Roach and Hydra coming out from Reaver, and just some Speedlings coming out for Hatman, and so he is just going to be here for moral support, because these Lings are actually just taking pictures with their cameras because they can't actually do anything. Now here comes the Hydras, and they're going to be able to clean up this for the most part. Oh my goodness, looks like both of those Banshees going to get away. One Banshee with 17 kills, the other one with 23. Oh my goodness, and look at that. It looks like the forces of Horax's, what am I trying to say? His allies, there we go, are going to chase the units away right into Horax's third, and I don't think they actually knew that was there. And it looks like Horax is actually going for Fusion Core, so getting battle cruisers as well, but I don't think it's going to be enough, because look at this. Here comes this Doom drop by Alpha, who is content to just drop his entire base. Notice Alpha has not even tried to expand yet. He is just continuing to macro up guys, and that is all he wants to do right now, although his main is getting really low on resources, so he's going to have to do something at some point. Looks like Horax may actually lose this command center as well, trying to transfer SCVs away. Looks like 3 SCVs will get away. The lucky 3, this command center not going to be as lucky, as kaboom, down it goes in a hail of leaded gunfire and blood and guts and smoke and all that other good jazz. And then, oh no. So Horax in all kinds of trouble right now. He does have 3 starports that are just going to be, you know, chilling. And look at this. It looks like another push coming in from Eagle right here with Marines. Not even upgraded Marines, just a ton of Marines, as well as tanks with siege mode. And he is going to be pushing up. It looks like he is at the choke between the main and the natural of Hatman. And Hatman going to be sending in some mutas, but mutas not the best against Marines, especially like that. All those mutas do go down. And these tanks in great position now to siege up the natural and also prevent reinforcements coming from the main and the natural. Now, keep in mind that Hatman does have a third right now, although it is not very saturated at all. I just want to give you a quick screenshot of that. And it looks like his lair is now under attack, and his, oh no, all of his tech buildings are here. So this could be bad. It looks like the lair is going to go ahead and go down. Oh man, and it looks like Reaver going to be trying to come in and save the day, but he is way, way, way too late. And look at all of these drones being taken out as well. And here comes the forces from Reaver, a combination of Mutalisks, Hydralisks, Roaches, Speedlings, yes, and the occasional Overseer, just to make sure everything is fair and equal and make sure there's no, you know, frivolous lawsuits after the battle. But it looks like everything was on the up and up in that case, so he should be okay when it comes to the legal proceedings following this match. Okay, it looks like see some Mutalisks from good old Hatman going to be floating around, seeing if they can do anything. Going to be like, oh, look, there's Thors. That's a great way to discover that. Discover there's Thors with mutas. Oh, and he's being indecisive and allows Thors to get off a ton of volleys, and that is really, really going to hurt. Now, it looks like Hatman is on 1 bases. He is on 2 bases. Meanwhile, it looks like Reaver holding down like a boss with 3 bases. And Horax, who was ahead in the early/mid game, is now trying to get a base up. He just wants something. That is all he wants. But what do we have here? It looks like we have quite a bit of attack, and it's not going to be a double-pronged attack. It's just going to be Reaver massing up his own stuff. He does have a lot of Mutalisks, as well as a couple Roaches and quite a few Hydras as well. And look how slow these Hydras are. Oh, they're so slow off creep. Ooh, big drop coming up by Alpha, and it looks like Alpha, who does not have tank siege or anything like that, is going to, tank's just now sieging, but he's taking so much damage, and it looks like Reaver is going to be absolutely able to destroy this entire drop army. And Alpha, this was so much of Alpha's supply. Notice that Alpha has still not expanded if you look at the minimap, and he may even be able to get all of these medevacs. He does, so he took out every single unit. Oh my goodness, that's such a big deal. Take a look at the units lost tab, and you can see, my goodness, well, obviously Horax, he's in the lead with units lost. Oh my goodness, that is so many resources he has lost. But, I mean, it looks like, actually, Hatman's second, but Alpha losing a ton of units there. As we go ahead and look, let's go ahead and check out the units and see what everybody has right now. Or I can just check their bases. But it looks like Alpha, my goodness, man, he really needs, look at his main, look at his main. It is totally out of minerals. He needs to expand yesterday. Muta's even going to come in and try to pick off some of his workers. And can he get the mule? No. Looks like Marine's stemming, and he is going to be able to chase him away. Meanwhile, it looks like Eagle is holding down like a baller. He has one orbital as well as a second at his main, although he is mined out at his main right now. Throwing down turrets all over the place because there is mutas, and he is building a third command center, so he is going to be trying to expand. And here comes a really weird unit composition of Thors, Siege Tanks, Marines, and Banshees, but I think it's going to be pretty good because, well, these units are just, yeah, and oh no, against the just Marines of Horax, it looks like he is absolutely going to tear through these Marines stemming literally at the very last moment. The Siege Tank is sieged, and it looks like Horax losing his main again. Oh my goodness, this guy just cannot catch a break. They just keep focusing him down. And here we go with the mass exodus of buildings again. That seems to be his go-to play in this match. And it looks now like Eagle is going to be expanding over here to the far expansion. And it looks like Horrocks just with a random starport with a tech lab going to be chilling. Couple of Banshees, the commander and the captain with 18 and 24 kills apiece, just going to be holding down like ballers and making sure nothing crazy happens, but not actually going to kill it. Oh my goodness, that queen went down fast. And Thor's quite good against buildings. I'm going to, well, watch. Boom, there you go. So that's how fast a hatchery goes down when you have 6 Thors and a siege tank shooting at it. And all of these drones are going to try to escape, and that's just, oh my goodness. It looks like a couple of them may actually get away, not sure how. But now it looks like, my goodness, somehow during that whole thing, it looks like this base was taken out, and Reaver is now going to be expanding there as well. And Banshee's going to be killing off all this stuff, and this starport is actually on fire, so that's unfortunate. Now we have siege tanks and Thors over here, and this overseer taking a bajillion shots. Oh my goodness, and he runs away because he is scared of needles. So, okay, here we go. We have a whole bunch of roaches and speedlings, and speedlings are okay against Thors. I mean, they get surrounded, they can soak up damage and stuff. Looks like a couple of these Thors actually going down, and here come the Hydras, and Hydras are really good. Plus battle cruisers from Horax. So Horax, he doesn't have a base, but he has BCs, man. Oh, I lied, he does. Taking it down again. Let's see how long he can actually hold it. I was expecting this to be attack, but it's just going to be some SCVs being transferred. Eagle now is going to be on 2 mining bases. It looks like Alpha is trying to get one, deciding not to take this one, and instead going to go over here and realize that Reaver has it. So Alpha is going to do his go-to play, which is pick up his entire army, put them in medevacs, then drop them, stem everything, siege everything, and just absolutely annihilate everything in his path. And it looks like he will do that. Unfortunately, he really wanted the gold, and I don't know if you can see here, but there is nothing left of the gold, really. No real reason to take it. So even though he managed to kill Reaver's base, I mean, the damage is already done. Reaver already got all of that. Meanwhile, over here, it looks like Eagle is going to have to relocate as a combination of mutas, Marines, and a couple of BCs. It manages to take out this upper expo. And now Eagle, he does have a ton. Still, even more Thors, man. He is just Thor Marine happy. That is all he is building at this point. So he is going to go ahead and try to see if he can take out some of these units. And, Muta's got to be careful. Got to be careful. Ooh, managing to save his command center as well, dropping a couple mules to go ahead and repair it. Very nicely done there. And it looks like the forces, the battered and tattered forces of Horax and his allies are going to have to fall back. Now, Horax actually is getting up a command center with an orbital. Oh my goodness, this may be the longest he's held an orbital this entire game. And just with the random buildings all over the place, has a starport now at his where his main used to be. Just chilling. Also, nice supply depots there, just maintaining a cool little wall. But it looks like, oh my goodness, Reaver is going to be losing his base over here again as Alpha dropping everywhere. This is what Alpha loves to do. These medevacs and his Marines and tanks, man. So he is going Marine, Siege Tank, and just getting a ton of medevacs as well. Not afraid to stem to kill, some geysers. Always a good thing to do, LOL. And it looks like Eagle now is going to be flying around. He has a couple of Banshees as well as a couple of Vikings. And oh my goodness, look over here. Not again. This orbital under attack. Oh no! Muta's coming over to help, but Mutas are not the right unit composition when you're coming up against 5 Thors, and they all evaporate. And oh no, he lifts up and tries to get away. Thor is doing a lot of damage, and can he save it, or is it going to go down again? Oh, that's like the 5th or 6th CC that Horrocks is lost in this game, and now Eagle is on the push again. He has air, he has ground, he has Thors, really big guys, or probably really small guys in really big suits, and they are just going to be absolutely raffle stomping all of this. Oh my goodness. And Horrocks trying to run away again, and he may have to mass exodus as well. Does still have a couple of battle cruisers, but I don't really know what else he can do. And look at this. Oh my goodness, looks like Alpha going to be pushing up this side as well. So a little double pronged attack, one person going high, one person going low, and I cannot believe that Alpha and Eagle are doing this good right now, because they were actually down 2-3, but they managed to equalize it, and here they come again. But look at this. It looks like we have Broodlords, we have Infestors, we have Hydras, we have Roaches, we have Battle Cruisers, and we have the Kitchen Sink, as well as a couple of Overseers, all there to just make sure that they're able to clean that up, and now they are going to go on the offensive. I think it is time for them to do a big old push, because that was quite a big victory that they just secured. And I don't know, Alpha, he's like, I'm still good, man. I'm just going to preemptively stem right now just in case you attack me. And it looks like these units may in fact attack. Siege Tank's getting off a couple of preemptive shots, and these Zerg units are going to have to fall back. But here come the Broodlords, and Broodlords are a great way to break this fixed position. But the ground units of Reaper did not get the memo. And oh my goodness, great fungal. Wow, that was a good fungal. And it looks like they're going to be able to clean up all of this again. My goodness. And now they're like pinging. They're like, we need to go attack right here, right now, because any sane person would have this expansion, although he actually doesn't. He is just ninja expanding everywhere. He's like, okay, so for my natural, I'm going to take the gold. Oh, the gold's taken. I guess I'll take the little island in the middle, as opposed to the normal place to attack. So all these units can come over here and be like, what? I don't understand. Also note that these infestors actually don't have enough energy for anything except a couple of infested Terran. So not going to be as useful as they could be. And look at this. It looks like there is a little flower with some Vikings, some Banshees, a whole bunch of Marines coming in a limbo line, and some Thors. And the Thor is here is going to absolutely wreak havoc. Oh, look at this. They actually split up their forces right when the Terran gets there. And so these few units of Reaver are going to get absolutely reamed. Oh my goodness. And it looks like it doesn't have burrow or anything right now. So, oh, here we go. Now Broodlord's going to be doing some damage. But actually, if you look at it, we have Vikings, Marines, and Thors. And actually, all of them are useful in anti-air battles. So, yeah. And it looks like he's going to do a pretty good job. These battle cruisers being microed back again. And now Alpha is like, hey, just FYI, there's a couple of battle cruisers in my base. So if you could, take care of that, that'd be cool. Just saying, just saying. So let's see. It looks like Horrocks doesn't have a base, but his allies are just giving him money so he can continue to stream out Marines. No upgrades on his Marines, just stem and combat shields right now. Meanwhile, for the Marines of Eagle, we have no stem, no combat shields, and no upgrades, just Marines. Thors, however, have +1 attack, and the air has no upgrades as well. And it looks like he is going to be going ahead and attacking again. Who cares about upgrades, man? You just have a lot of units. And this expansion by Reaver going down yet again. My goodness, this game just hates expansions. That's what I've come to decide, because it seems like nobody can hold an expansion for very long. So, okay, here we go. And this is a pretty scary unit mix from Eagle coming out here. And so it looks like Reaver going to do the pretty natural thing and go ahead and defend it with drones. But that's not going to be good. Oh, no, and now Hatman's going to come over and be like, hey, I have a couple of mutas. Are those help? And he's like, no, because there's Thors. Get something besides mutas. Oh, okay. It looks like we have a couple of Roaches and a couple of Broodlords going to be doing some damage. And Roaches and Broodlords are pretty good unit composition. So it looks like, oh my goodness, he may actually clean all this up. Marines getting stemmed and running here at the end, and so they managed to hold it off again. But look at this, couple of Banshees. This Banshee now with 30 kills, this other one at 33 kills. So my goodness, these they're having a I can't even breathe. Oh my goodness, they're having a contest, but it looks like they finally do get cleaned up, courtesy of the Overseer. And now it is time for the forces of the top to go ahead and push again. It looks like at least that's what these Marines are going to do. Looks like these Zerg units of Reaver going to be falling back just a little bit. They're not quite so gung-ho. But if they went up there and killed this from Alpha, he would be pretty much out of money right now. So I don't know, man. This is a crazy game. Meanwhile, it looks like Eagle is the only one who actually has a decent economy going, because, let's see, we have nobody mining here and no base. We have a base just now going down on an almost mined out patch right here. We have Alpha has one base going, and Eagle has a patch that he's mining from. So nobody actually has any economy right now. So it's going to come down to just what people have stockpiled. And oh my goodness, Hatman has 5K, 1K right now. Ooh, could probably give some of that to Horex, who is dead broke. Meanwhile, it looks like Alpha is about broke as well, and oh no, look at this. Siege tanks and Marines, and this is actually really, really huge that everybody realizes this. Siege tanks and Marines, not the best against Broodlords, unless you stem the Marines and run them underneath the Broodlords and just snipe the Broodlords. You have to unsiege your Siege tanks, because the Siege tanks actually killed most of the Marines over here with the splash damage from the Broodlings. Just FYI, and now it looks like Alpha in all kinds of trouble, but over here, we have a counter by Eagle. He is going to be moving in over... Oh, he's going to be moving over here and killing off Hatman's expansion again. So now Hatman only has his main, which has nothing in it. And now it looks like Eagle is going to be pushing over here. And if he is able to take out this expansion again, then that will ensure that Reaver never again has any units in this game, because he will not be able to build anything. Oh no, a couple of Marines who are just chilling out, having a little party over here, minding their own business. They were just at the local pub, not even doing anything, just, you know, knocking back a couple of cold brewskis. They're going to be taken out because they were wearing the wrong colors. Oh, forgot about that. Today was yellow day, not blue day. Whoops. What a silly reason to die. Meanwhile, it looks like there's a whole bunch more battles going on over here, as just little skirmishing between a whole bunch of Marines and a Thor versus some Corruptors who did their best at spitting everywhere. Meanwhile, it looks like Alpha's base is absolutely destroyed. Reaver going to GG, though, as his base gets torn apart. And Horex looks like he is going to go ahead and GG as well. Everybody else, oh, Horex so well-mannered, saying a really nice game, guys. And Eagle and Hitman saying good game as well, and going to go ahead and leave. So it looks like, miracle of all miracles, Alpha and Eagle are going to come back and take this game after being down 2-3 very, very early, and almost being down 3-1 or 1-3 really early, because Eagle was almost killed in that second little push. Phenomenal job by them. And my goodness, I feel bad for Horex. And actually, just so you guys know, the person who submitted this replay was Horex. So I want to tip my hat to you, good sir, because you know what? You submitted a replay in which you didn't actually win. And I think that is freaking sweet, because you were able to show everybody an amazingly good, entertaining game, which we all enjoyed watching. At least I did. I had a great time casting this game. It was crazy good. And if you guys want to see your own replay or your own game featured on my channel, I don't care if it's a win or a loss, or if it's a 1v1, a 2v2, a 3v3, a 4v4, or a free-for-all. I don't care. You can go ahead and send over those replays to SquigglesStarcraft@gmail.com. Let me know what your gamer tag is, so I know who to give credit to, and give me a little synopsis of like what's going on in the game, so I have a basic understanding going in. All right, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. You guys are all amazing, awesome people, and I will see you guys later.